Sports. With Greg Anthony and Hall of Famer Doris Burke, this is Kevin Harlan. And joining us on the sidelines, another Hall of Famer, David Aldridge. We'll see the Houston Rockets facing the Golden State Warriors. Tip-off goes to Houston. Here's the starting group for Houston. They've got Tracy McGrady. Yao is out there with Olajuwon. And it's Drexler. And it's Harden in at the 1. Mullen passes to Barrett. It's Curry outside. Rockets with the rebound. And here is McGrady. Passes it to Olajuwon. And the layup's good off the glass.
And that's just too deep. Olajuwon with way too many moves in there, almost automatic.
Here's Curry. Seconds left, and that one good.
Well, this is why so much defensive attention is directed at Steph Curry, but he's still clever at finding the holes he needs to create opportunities.
We're at the end of the first, Clark, in a close game so far. We'll get right back to the action when we... And close game underway so far. We'll see if either of these teams can jump out in the second quarter. And taking a look at the Warriors' performance here, guys. What are your thoughts?
I really thought that everything seemed to fall into place for them in that first quarter.
Boy, from the opening tip, they look focused and ready to play. You know, that's really paid off for them to get this early lead.
This is how the floor looks for the Rockets starting the second. We've got Hayes, and it's Murphy in at the 1 spot.
And Nate Thurman is the charter member of one of the NBA's most exclusive clubs. First player in league history to ever record a quadruple double. Very few guys have pulled that one off.
That one misses. They can trade 2 for 1 here.
Would be the right move, I believe, right now.
Here's Murphy, and they're pushing it up. Finished off the break.
You gotta love his hustle, leaving the defense no time to react.
The finish in transition, nice and easy.
24 seconds left in the first half. He muscles it in through the contact, and they call the foul. He's on his way to the free throw line. And so he's picked up his final foul, and he will sit for the rest of this game. And the Warriors with a completely new 5 on the floor. Free throw drops for Murphy.
Well, consistency is so critical, especially in clutch moments. This guy has got that gene.
Curry attacking. That's in. He's got 2 made now, and he's shooting 2 for 3.
Boy, that's a tough finish from Steph Curry. I love that he stays with it through clear contact. That's really nicely done.
Now here's Harden. He got it up. And the last second attempt does not go in for him.
Listen, we know Klay Thompson prides himself on being an exceptional defender.
And a close game so far through the first 2 quarters as we reach.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello, basketball fans. What a pleasure. Golden State found themselves in a close game in the first. The period wrapped up with the teams on level ground and the score tied. They were a determined team in the second quarter, and you saw it come across on the scoreboard. Taking a look at the Warriors, Kenny, what'd you think?
Well, it's easy to see why they've been the better team offensively. They've been shooting the lights out of the...
That about wraps it up. Time now for the second half of the game. We go to...
Second half of basketball upon us. We may be in for an exciting finish based on how close of a game that's been so far. And so here is Golden State. A 2-point game. Well, we've got a moment. Let's set the floor. Brought to you by Gatorade. All fueled up for the second half. So for the Golden State Warriors right now, we've got Chamberlain. Barry is out there with Mullen. And there's Klay Thompson. And it's Curry in at the point guard position.
And how about getting a hand up on McGrady, especially when he's looking to shoot from the outside.
Curry against Harden. Curry passes to Thompson. Here's Chamberlain. Here's Barry. Yow with the block.
And you have to appreciate the reach of Ming. Superb at putting himself in a good position there to block the shot.
You know, a lot of coaches might let you hear it for taking the three-pointer on the break, but I like the decision there. The D had already collapsed inside.
Harden against Curry. To the middle. It's tipped. Here's Barry. Olajuwon with the block.
Without a doubt, one of the most versatile shot blockers in the game. Olajuwon does it in the painted area as well as along the perimeter.
And that's going to do it for the third quarter. Rockets lead by... Well, this has been a great contest so far, and I imagine the fourth quarter could have even more action in store for us. And so it's Paul with it, bringing it up for Houston. They lead by 4. Fourth quarter on the court for the Rockets. Malone is out there with Olajuwon. Then there's Drexler. Then it's Chris Paul. And it's Smith in at the 2 spot.
Really, the defense is helpless to stop a layup right there. Just too much of an advantage in terms of the mismatch.
Now a timeout called by Golden State. They're behind by 6. 50 seconds left in the fourth quarter of this one. Now let's go to the sideline and catch up with our Hall of Famer, David Aldridge.
Hey, Kevin. Hey, during that last break, I heard the Warriors coach as he addressed the team. He told them they have to keep fighting. He said, hey, look, we're right here, but we can't make mistakes. You got to be aggressive and smart. Back to you guys.
Smith, the pass to Olajuwon. Over Hardaway. Olajuwon, good. Olajuwon's got the lead up to 8 now for the Rockets.
Late in the game, up big, they continue to attack.
And as a result, they may be facing just a little bit less resistance right now. They are having their way.
And that's a great piece of work to get to the hoop there. Just tore the D to shreds.
And it's Tim Hardaway with the foul. And so he's picked up his final foul. And he will sit for the rest of this game. And they go to the intentional foul.
Obviously upset to have to take a seat here, but at this point, I don't think it'll have an impact. The game's probably out of reach anyway.
So he gets them both, and it's an 8-point game. Timeout called the Warriors. They're trailing by 8. We've got 22 seconds left in the fourth. Guys, your thoughts?
And a little late to implement a plan B. This game is a wrap.
Well, I think he might just want to remind these guys, hey, let's finish the game the right way.
And now a moment to present the New Balance Player of the Game.
And in terms of his shooting, this has been one of the more accurate performances you'll ever see. I mean, he's been in constant motion, creating a lot of good looks for himself. But still, even when you're wide open, you expect to miss some of the time. That has not been the case here tonight. This guy has made everything.
He's really seemed to feed off the hostile environment he's been faced with tonight. So Houston wins it. A solid win on the road for them. This building was dead silent by the time, GA, this one wound down.
And that's what you want to do. Take the crowd out of it by crunch time. Don't give them any chance.